I'm Ben.
I'm Ron.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jason. And this is Hometown Has-Beens. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hometown Has-Beens, episode 34. Hopefully you enjoyed the international guest, Kiefer Elmeister, and how he overcame his life of crime.
Oh, we do have another confirmed case of Hell's Itch.
Who?
I can't say.
Okay, well.
But he said it was the worst thing.
I doubt them.
What did you say? A what itch?
Chris doesn't listen to our podcast.
I haven't listened to the recent one. What is it?
Kiefer tells a story about a really bad sunburn, and he calls it Hell's Itch. It's some sort of phenomenon. I don't know.
He's pretty white.
Yeah. Canadian, you know.
Yeah.
Pale skin. Just a quick update. We dropped the price on short sleeve tees because we found someone to make them cheaper. So now they're only $16. So,
Get you one at a store near you.
or our website. That's probably the only place you'll find them.
Yeah.
We're thinking about making some hats. So if you like something like that, hit us up. I need to first issue a retraction statement.
Oh.
So Seth McIntyre, shout out Seth, he claims that he hit a home run off of you and me both this year in Chappelle. He says that our statement of we didn't give up any homers
I didn't even think
inaccurate. I still don't think he did. Ben, do you?
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I don't remember that either, Seth.
No,
Maybe that's...
I did give up. We gave up like a couple runs.
Yeah, but not home runs.
But not home
Seth,
runs.
you didn't hit a homer off of us.
I'm going to be honest. Like, it was so hot. And
you were wearing a Buc-ee's outfit.
And I think I have amnesia. Is it
yeah,
is he
we've talked
amnesia,
about this.
Like
we had several, well, not several, a couple guys that we were not sure that was going to make it home.
Oh yeah,
and there was no alcohol involved. That was just from
pure heat and
Running
dehydration.
out of
at
shape.
a time for
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
minute
I would
rest in
take
between.
it back right now, guys. I'm freaking cold.
Yeah.
I wish that hot weather would come back.
yeah.
Same. Hey, so while we're on the topic of retraction statements, I have another one to issue.
Okay.
I previously stated on this podcast multiple times that I could fight a bobcat.
Oh, you're coming to Team Griffin now? You're Griffin Porter?
Yeah, I think. Let me tell you why. Okay.
Bobcat.
So, it was Christmas break recently. We had a couple of weeks off as teachers. That's awesome.
Yep.
And my wife wanted to do some home renovations. Like, she had these ideas before, and I thought it was a good time to do it. So I was doing it. Like, I was happy with it. That's fine. They ended up looking great. It's awesome. Everybody thinks I'm a great carpenter, whatever, building guy. Well, we had to paint. And I got these, what are they called, beadboard? It's got the little line. Anyways, it's like a decorative.
You found that on Pinterest?
No, you find that at Home Depot. You can look on Pinterest on your own time. But anyways, we had to paint them. And we didn't want to do that inside the house with a toddler, So I've got this shop. And, it's a good storm will blow it down, and that's fine if it does. But it's really big. But it's just like tin everywhere, okay?
Yeah.
So it's dry, basically, is all I'm saying. But it was cold. And so I take them up there, and I'm going to paint them. But these panels are 4 foot by 8 foot. So I'm looking for something to sit them on. And, of course, I shared this shop with my dad. It's really his. So he's got stuff everywhere. So I can clear off some tables, so that's going to take some time. But I have some old wooden spools, spoils.
Spools.
Yeah. Big old, they would hold
Wire.
telephone wire and stuff like that. Yeah. So I've got a couple of those. And I was like, oh, that'd be good. I'll put a couple of them, one on each. So I go over, and they're stacked on top of each other, and they're in the corner. So I go and I get one, and I grab it, and I'm holding, I have no electricity up there. So I'm cold, and I'm holding like a little pin light, flashlight. So I grab with one hand, and about the time I start tilting it, I realize the middle of those are hollow, and inside of the shop, it's not like we have it locked up where you couldn't steal anything from us. But if you wanted to go inside and just look around, you could. So if you're an animal, easy access.
Uh-oh.
So I start to tilt it, and I'm like, there's a good chance there's something burrowed up in there. I'm thinking a rat. As soon as it tilts, Something comes out of that thing so fast and jumps on my chest and just
What?
oh, I was freaking out. I was
I can't wait to hear what animal.
What?
well, I thought
House
it's
cat.
one of two things. But anyways, it jumps on me and I'm like swatting at my jacket. You know, I've got layers on. I'm like swatting, make sure it's gone, and I just go, I can't stop. I just keep going, ah! And I'm walking around and every couple of seconds I just go, ah! Just real loud.
Oh man.
It was a squirrel.
Oh shoot!
It was a squirrel.
So you can't beat up a squirrel.
In that moment, I was so scared. I think the squirrel could have killed me.
Dude,
I called my wife and I
Sounds
was
a
like,
rat.
I
I'm
may
just
have a
telling
heart attack.
I don't
was a
accept
bobcat.
your retraction because I'm telling you, a bobcat, no problem.
Okay, have y'all seen?
he literally got beat up by a
I
squirrel.
didn't get beat up. I was blindsided.
You got beat up by a
So-
squirrel. Did you hurt the squirrel in any way?
No, it's too freaking fast.
All right, then, thank you. That's
How
what I'm
fast do you
like.
think a bobcat
but
is?
I just Googled while he was telling that story. No human in recorded history has ever been killed by a bobcat.
Oh,
So
I feel a lot better. What about squirrels? Look that up.
Yeah, but that's because once they run. They run
what do
away.
you? They weigh like 30 pounds. What do you think the knockdown power of a 30-pound? Like, do you really think that it could kill you? It might hurt if it bites
Yeah, it'll
you
hurt me.
or scratch.
Maybe so I can still.
but like
okay,
you
let
would
me.
still.
Have you ever heard of death by 1,000 cuts?
Yeah, but I think that's not what that's about. I
No.
think that's more
It
about
is.
like
that was directly
Alabama's football strategy 15 years ago when
Yeah.
they were running the ball for
No,
4 yards
that
at a
was
time.
coined by someone who got in a fight with a bobcat.
They didn't.
But he didn't die, clearly. So
Well, I mean, maybe he wasn't in a death match situation. He could
I'm-
run away.
I would think
maybe
that
I
Bobcat would be
should-
more inclined to run away.
I
Well,
should.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you trap yourself and the bobcat in the same room,
I'm disappointed.
Somebody's
in you, to
gotta
be
walk
honest.
out of there.
Like
Somebody's
in
gotta
this room
walk
we're
out of there.
in, you think that it's you and a bobcat, and to save your life, you have to kill the bobcat or it kills you. You think that you couldn't strangle the life of that bobcat?
No, I think I would curl up in the corner.
I want to clarify my retraction.
I don't like my chances.
I would lose to a bobcat in the dark.
I still don't think so.
You cut
as soon
the
as
lights
it beat
out?
you would just strangle it.
Oh, you're right. Well, that squirrel didn't stick around long enough.
The
I know a
squirrel
guy-
beat you up.
No, it got one little sucker punch in and then it was gone.
When I
And look
when I
how
was in the
lasting
business
impact, though.
when I was in the business I used to be in, and I don't even remember who the customer was. So I'm not trying to tell somebody's story, but somebody told me the story. I don't remember who it was. But they there was like a squirrel in a trash can. And like they said they walked over and saw the squirrel, and the squirrel like lifted its arms up like as in to be like,
Save me.
Help me.
and then he reached in there and it bit
It was all a trap.
and it bit his hands.
Oh.
So
Sounds like a Jeff Foxworthy story.
Don't-
Somebody's
It does.
nipple getting bit.
Don't trust those little jokers.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I
I
don't remember
don't.
who told. It was a former customer. There's a few of those that live around here. Maybe it was one of them.
Maybe.
But
So I wanted Chris to tell a story. Or I guess, yeah. Recently, Ryan lost his keys.
Not really.
that happens every day.
It does happen a lot.
He was helped this time.
Yeah. I have an extra set with another friend, and I refuse to get them because I know if they stay with him, I know where they are.
Yeah.
So that's like the real emergency. Like,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
like my school key. Like it's just got a school key on it. So he's an employee too. It's
yeah.
okay.
That's what I was gonna say.
let
You
me
need to-
clarify.
You need to clarify that it's not just some
Yeah.
random person has access.
Yeah, like he already has access to school keys.
So it was after school one day, and we were I don't know, sitting there waiting,
Friday.
talking. Oh yeah, Ryan was getting Rylan off the bus, something like that.
Yeah.
And he had left his keys sitting there.
Rylan got up to let Rylan in my classroom.
Ryan got up to let Rylan in. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ryan had left his keys laying there, so I grabbed them and I motioned to Chris and tossed them to him. He's like, okay, and he stuck them in his pocket. On Sunday, was it
Yeah.
Sunday?
Saturday.
On Saturday, I got a text from Chris that said, I still have Ryan's keys.
I realized it like in the middle of the day.
But then he says, what should I do? And I'm like, what do you mean? What?
I was thinking that you might come up with some funny prank more to pull on Ryan.
Well, I thought Chris was like, we can't get found out. I'm just going to go throw these into a ravine and we'll never talk about it again.
That's not like Chris. He would bury them.
Like I'm some kind of
You'll talk to me like I'm like Mose, like Dwight's Moe just running beside a car in a field,
It sounds like that. When you get that text, it's like I'm some mafia guy that's like, you took my keys.
Yeah. Like Ryan's gonna be so mad.
He's so mad.
This will end the friendship podcast is over. So I texted him. I said, just send a picture to the group. So he does, and then of course Ryan's like, I need those. I was going to go to the school.
No,
today.
actually, I forgot. I forgot to do that. I just had sick kids, and so that evening, it's like, what time was it? I don't know. It was like 6 in the evening. I had text Jason when I remembered, like at lunch, and all the hustle and bustle of having sick children. So I go to the urgent care, and I'm sitting in the urgent care, filling out an online waiver of information that I had to put my email in, the same email, at least 8 times. So dumb. If you make form, I don't know who's out there.
There's a lot of everyone's out
forms there. If you're listening, you make forms for a living.
Post-apocalyptic podcast, just sending out a signal.
Stop putting forms where somebody has to put the same information 20 times. Nobody wants to do that. When you have sick kids
you're going
in
on
a waiting room.
Sheila Griffin, just stop listening.
Okay. So I'm filling out this waiver, putting my email in for the 8th time, and then I figured out I still had Ryan's keys. Then I sent a text to our local group.
So the worst part about that is when you sent the picture of my keys, I didn't recognize them, and Ben was like, "I bet those are Ryan's." And then I look at them, I'm like, "Oh shoot, those are mine!" I did not recognize them.
I think I said that.
Sorry.
Because I knew they were Ryan's.
So then I called Ryan. I was like, "Hey, dude, I got you."
Well, that's even funnier that you're like, I bet those are Ryan's, but you knew they were Ryan's.
Yeah. And he said, "Those are mine."
I was like, I looked at him, I'm like, "Why are they sending a picture of keys?"
Oh man, yeah. So, but Ryan got his keys. It was good.
Yeah.
He's probably
good
awesome.
fun story.
I'm sitting
You
over
need to
here.
get an AirTag, man. Oh, you can't do an AirTag because you don't have an iPhone.
Yeah, I got an Android. No, Natasha.
Get an Android tag.
Coach Savage gave me something that worked, but the batteries went dead and
Life alert.
Oh man!
But what's funny is Chris is sitting at the urgent care, and he hates urgent care.
God, dude. Urgent care.
So
man.
did you get him his keys that night? Because Ryan needed the keys.
I dropped them off to him, yeah.
So listen, I told him to drop them off at the gate, right? Like the gate. And in my head, he was going to put them in the grass at the bottom of the gate, like thing.
You have a gate?
No, at the school. Because I was coming to do master's work. So I get to the school, and he has put them like on top of a thing on the gate. Like you can see them like so easy. Like so easy.
Ryan called me. He was like, when I turned into the school, I saw them like from there.
I was like,
that was the goal. I wanted Ryan to see them.
Or anybody else.
Who's
going to break into a school? Let's just be honest.
Yeah,
who wants? What? I mean, who?
Chris, why do you hate urgent cares? You're in a dispute with one, right?
I was in a dispute with one until it got settled, but we won't go there. But I just have a problem with urgent cares that are here close by my house. But I just don't like. I am very immature. Okay,
yes.
Very childish.
Yes, we know.
But I don't like being talked to like I'm immature and childish.
Okay.
No matter who you are, whatever walk of life, you've been in a situation somewhere where somebody's treated you like an elementary school kid.
Okay.
I agree.
Yes, I know what you're. Go ahead.
Anytime you go,
Yeah. Okay. So.
You don't like being talked to like a child.
Yeah. So I went to the urgent care twice this weekend. Parents, you've been there. You've had that kind of weekend. So. You know, okay. So my youngest got sick, or my oldest son got sick. That was the Ryan's key accident.
Yeah.
2 days later,
it was not an accident. It was purposeful.
yeah. Me and my youngest son were both sick, so we go to the urgent care. So I'm going after I filled out another form with my same email address for 20 times. After those forms are filled out, then we finally go back. Okay, and the nurse practitioner asked me like, "Why are you here?" Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so the brother was in here? Yeah, so I go through the story. He's like, what's his symptoms? What was his symptoms? And I tell her, and they said, what did they do for him? I said, it was this urgent care that I'm at. I said, they gave him antibiotics, and then she goes, no, they didn't. We don't give antibiotics for that. And I'm like, what? She's like, we wouldn't do that. And I said, well, it just caught me by surprise.
Yeah.
And I was like, why are you talking to me like this? I didn't say that. Yeah. But I told her, don't you have records? Don't you keep up with these things? Like, can't you like put in Porter and find what you gave him? Yeah. And one, why would I lie about that?
Yeah.
Why would I lie about what you gave him?
It's not like you were like, yeah, they gave him Vicodin.
Yeah, it's not like he was trying to get a narcotic.
He used it really fast. I need more.
And like, I know I look childish, and I know I look like a hobo with pajamas on and a beanie, and I know I look like a terrible person in this urgent care.
Yeah,
you're a pastor of a church.
I had a beanie on in pajamas.
I'm not worried about the beanie, man.
I can get past the beanie.
So I look like the other 80% of the county at Walmart. That's what I look like in this moment.
I'm just trying to picture Chris walking in with some pajama pants.
Got like SpongeBob SquarePants on them.
They're actually Elf. They have. They're actually Elf pajamas.
You just went in public, dude.
Dude, I was sick. I didn't care.
How sick would I have to be to wear Elf pajama pants?
I love those things, man. They're so warm.
Oh my god.
Maybe that's why she's talking to me. Like
is it just pajama bottoms, or is it like a matching set?
No,
is it a onesie?
No, he still had a polo on.
A tie.
I seriously though, is it matching set or just bottoms?
Yeah.
No comment.
Did you have the top on too?
No comment.
No, just with like a jacket.
I gotta Google these and see if I can find them.
Oh my god,
they're green
man.
with
You
the
just
elf
invalidated the rest of your story.
Oh, that's good.
They're like pictures of Will Ferrell all over them. So they're awesome, dude. They're my favorite.
So anyway, she's talking to you like a kid.
Yeah, but then that's not the only thing. So finally, I don't know. She's like, okay, well, let's move on from that.
I'm just going to assume you're lying, Chris.
And I don't know if you've been in urgent care lately, but this is what they do now. I've never had this happen until recently. They have a dismissal nurse that comes in. Usually they just give you make sure you pay and give you your papers, have a good day. The last couple times I've been, they say, can you identify this child? Yeah, close to that. But they want you, it's got more actually on it, but they want you to identify your kid. And I'm like, why? Why? I don't know the kid's birthdays because I'm terrible at keeping up with that thing.
Yeah.
But like, can you give me his date of birth? And I'm like, I know the kid. Why would I kidnap a kid and bring him to the doctor?
Yeah.
This is not the airport. Like, this is not human trafficking. Nobody's kidnapping kids and taking them to the urgent care. I don't understand. Why do I need to identify this kid?
I came here with him. I wasn't just sitting in the weight room.
I mean,
dude, I
don't understand.
So that's never happened to me. I think it was your attire.
Yeah,
I look like an abusive
when you
dad.
Walked in.
That's a set. It says that's a set.
I'm pretty sure when you walked in, they pressed a button under the desk. There was like some kind of an alert.
Did you notice any patrol cars?
Yeah, just randomly showing up.
How would you say that?
Oh man!
Oh gosh!
Yeah, dude, it was.
I was just like,
but
then it gets worse. The story gets worse. I go after that to the Walmart. Okay, I had already been to the pharmacy there the day before to get my other son's medicine. So now I'm in line at the pharmacy. This story is so sad for me. I get in the line.
So great for you listening.
I get in line. Me and I'm holding my sick 1-year-old. Okay. We're in line at the pharmacy.
Shouldn't have had him out.
There's like 10 people in front of me. What am I going to do? Leave them in the car?
No, you're just not going to bring him outside. That's rule number 1.
I got to get the medicine. So I get in line, 10 people. It takes forever. I get up there, and the insurance I used yesterday to get we're all on the same insurance plan. They can't figure it out. Dude, it was 10 minutes of them figuring that out. And then, okay, so after I left the urgent care, I went to Starbucks because I needed a tea, feel good. Anyhow, then I go to Walmart thinking that'd be plenty of time. I'll wait in line at the Walmart for 10 to 15 minutes. Then it takes them 10 to 15 minutes to figure out my insurance. What do you think they tell them? Oh, why I'm in line? I'm blind. I cannot see. My glasses break. The frames break. So I've got a sick baby. I'm sick. I've got
Just
pajamas
spontaneous
bottoms
combustion.
on.
Just
My glasses break. I can't see anything.
Did
And
they,
they
like,
can't
fall off
figure
your
out
face?
Yeah, like I took them off and they broke. They were already cracked. The frames
He took
broke.
him off and snapped.
So
Just
in my pocket
Spontaneous
is
combustion.
broken frames and lenses, and I'm blind. I literally can't see.
He walks up to the counter and holds the lens up.
No,
over
you
his-
know what I actually did?
Like a
I went to my
monocle.
car. I went to my car and I got my sunglasses at a prescription. I
so
come
he
back.
took the child back out into the weather.
And then you got back in line?
Well, there was nobody. I was still the last one in line.
He comes in wearing sunglasses and elf pajamas.
Another button was pressed.
Dude. And then I get up there. What do you think they tell me after they get the insurance figured out?
What's his date of birth?
They were surprised you have insurance?
No, they say, yeah, school insurance at that. They say it's not. They're not ready.
Well,
Well, yeah, it took them. They still couldn't pull it.
And then so my son, who I'd been the day before,
They were just buying time till the cops showed up.
apparently, I left, so I didn't see the car. I was like, I ain't dealing with this. Just I don't even want the medicine. I'm just
Did you
going
ever
home.
get the medicine, or you just like the kid just
Just
got
went
over it?
home. I just
Oh,
like we'll
nice.
be fine. We'll figure it out. We'll take some. What's that
So,
stuff that
your
you give
child-
horses? We'll just take some of that. What are the stuff everybody says cures cancer now? Mel Gibson was talking about on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
We got some of that stuff. We just take it. It's fine. It's for horses, but
I was thinking, what's that
Fish
one?
mocks.
Fish mocks. Moxicillin, yeah. What is that? Monavi? Isn't that the drink that everybody, the pyramid scheme?
yeah.
all I'm saying is it wasn't my
Elderberry.
finest-
There you go.
Elderberry. Yeah, that's for
wasn't
COVID.
my finest moment for sure.
Oh, well.
I just,
Wasn't your worst moment either, so didn't poop yourself.
That's true.
Yeah.
That could have made it worse. I just will love to have seen you.
Actually, you did. You were pulling out of the Walmart when I was pulling in.
Oh
Why'd
yeah,
you go to
I went
Walmart?
to.
I passed you. I was going to text you, but
I went and got some. That was for the. We went and got 2 black light bulbs and
Little
and
did
neon
you
paint.
know when you
Oh,
passed
yeah.
when I passed you pulling into Walmart, I was about to have the worst 10 minutes of the last year of my life.
Dude, yeah, that's a tough day, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, it was tough.
I'm glad it happened to you, but
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
you know,
Well,
I mean,
that was exciting. Anybody else got any entertaining?
well, I went to pick up my son at daycare 3 days ago.
Oh, they
The-
wouldn't let you in. Didn't know his date of birth.
Oh no, they let me in.
Oh, okay.
I have to keep the code to the door on a sticky note in my car because I can't remember it. But I get in there. Yeah, this is worse. I get in there. First of all,
Did you take someone else's kid home?
dude close? So I'm an active father, like in their lives. Like I do a lot of stuff with my kids. I know my
Now that
kids.
you quit
You,
coaching.
you say
Yeah.
that like you're
Yeah.
divorced, and
Yeah.
you know, like, I'm
Like-
actually an active one of those
Well,
dads. You know, I'm actually part
That's
of their life.
that's my disclaimer for the POS. I'm about to sound like. I go into the baby room where my youngest son is, and I'm looking around, and they're like, "Hey, hey," and I'm looking at all these babies, and I see a few that look like mine,
Oh my gosh!
and I'm like, Rylan, is that one Graylin?
No, you
And
didn't.
he's like, I think so. And I'm like,
I think so.
I'm
I
like,
think that's it.
Rylan, we should know which one's Graylin.
That's terrible.
And then
I love how you try to pull Rylan into it like it's his fault too.
Like
hey,
Rylan can't-
you and me, we should both know.
Who spotted him?
I'm the adult.
Who was the one like who knew
Well,
who he was?
So the teachers, like, I noticed the teacher's not bringing him to me. So
because they don't know.
so I look in the back and I see some legs kicking, like they're changing his diaper. So he wasn't present. I think if he were present, I'd be like, that's Rylan for sure. But because he was not like in my view,
You didn't know.
all these babies
clue.
look like my baby, and I was like, this is
It's got to be one of them.
Yeah, that was my thought. I'm like, God, and honestly, there was one in there, and I was like, man, Graylin's gained a lot of weight. Oh my God,
Just committed to his wrong
yeah.
decision.
I was like,
You
dang.
picked that baby up and took him.
And
with
I was
you to
like,
the
that
wrong
can't be
one.
him. He's a big baby.
What's wrong with big babies?
Nothing.
It's
I was just like,
funny.
mine's not. And I was
Oh,
like,
man.
now he is. So yeah, I didn't. I had a hard time identifying my son. So maybe that's why they ask you, Chris. You know, just to make sure you didn't pick up the wrong one at daycare.
I get
pretty
it. I get it. I feel better now.
You know, they're all bald. I mean, they're all bald.
Yeah, stop trying to make it sound like
Whatever, dude.
Have we ever talked about your Georgia lottery convictions on this podcast? We've talked about that before.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we have.
There was a big article written in USA Today
And about
last
how
week
Ryan is a
lotteries.
man of such convictions that
Yep.
he turned down the Hope Scholarship.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
You know what?
Did you
know what
really
paid, you know
turn
what
down
paid,
the Hope?
You know what paid for your kids' pre-K last year?
I've said I'm good with it now.
Okay, I just want to make sure you knew.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
no, I'm good with it now.
Did you turn down the Hope Scholarship?
I did.
I've always told people
After-
that, like, I respect that because that's like literally putting your money where your mouth
That
is.
Yeah.
literally is, man.
But I was telling Savannah
It was a
that one
great
day, and she's
decision.
like, "His kid went to pre-K. What does that idiot think pays for that?" I'm like, "I got to tell him you said that."
Yeah, no. So looking back on it, the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous.
You said that in last. That's
I
two
know.
podcasts in
I
a
use
row.
that all the time.
That's just
Whatever.
like, here's a
It's my
t-shirt.
go-to.
It's
Anytime
on
Anytime you play Robin Hood in some
yeah,
way.
yeah. So but now looking back, I should have. But yeah, I did. I passed up the Hope because lottery is stupid.
There you go.
Yeah.
It definitely hurts the poor in the community.
Yeah.
They make the most money from the poorest neighborhoods.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
In that article, the USA Today article, it was like Georgia's the one who started it.
It was a great idea.
We're
Yeah,
the
dude.
leaders in hurting the poor.
yeah, rich people don't play the lottery because it's a bad investment.
Because the way they sold it, right, was taxes will be lowered.
I don't
we
know
play
how
the
they sold
lottery.
it.
Well, I would like to
That's how
see
they
like
sold it.
statistics on like statistically, like you say, lower income people play the lottery, but also I'd like to see statistically is the lottery money that's going to Hope Scholarship helping equally as low income families' kids go to college? Because then it would almost be like a trade off.
I don't think it is.
Yeah. So I mean I don't know this. I'm just interested. Talking about my wife making fun of you though, can I tell why I'm a terrible husband?
Yes, please. I've been waiting so long
Yeah.
for this story.
It's not that long.
Hey,
of a story.
Ben's
It's not-
here, guys. I don't know
Yeah.
if you heard.
Yeah, here I am.
we also already know you're terrible, but go ahead and
Oh yeah, I'm a
enlighten
terrible
us
husband.
anyway.
Like it's very well documented that like
There's
my wife is
documentation on
way too good to me. But I don't make her cry a lot, and you know.
you made her cry. dude?
All right, so
And you're gonna tell this? I
yeah,
love
I'm gonna
that.
tell it. So
That's bold.
Hey, you know what? That right
that's
there is
vulnerable.
that's a real marriage.
so
yeah.
Thick or thin.
Thicker
did
than.
so I wasn't on the last podcast, but that's the last podcast was the one after it snowed. Did y'all talk about it snowing at all?
No.
Okay,
haven't had
well
one
it
since.
snowed. Yeah, y'all had
Yeah, it was
the one
me
that
running.
came. Yeah.
Our,
yeah.
Our Canadian friend.
So what snowed? It doesn't do that a lot around here. So my kids want to go out and play in it, and that's fine. So we do all the stuff, take wheels off skateboards and try to make them snowboards and stuff. But anyways, they want to have a snowball fight.
Let's go.
And I'm competitive.
Oh my god.
And so I'm having a snowball fight. So I'm just dominating my kids. My 9-year-old and 4-year-old.
Feeling good about it.
Savannah has not thrown a snowball at all, but she's making them for the kids. So I was like, "You're aiding and abetting the enemy."
Yeah.
oh man.
Yes.
And so I'm like, "I'm gonna hit you in the head." Like I'm intended to do this, but I was like, "How bad could it be?" So I hit her in the head, right in the top of the head. Ow. And that wasn't good enough. So I make another one and hit her right in the eye.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it
that was
like her eye,
icy snow too.
Oh.
her eye like swole up.
Oh.
Like not because like she cried, but like under it was like red. I thought she was gonna have a black eye. And she like cried the most real tears. And I felt horrible. Like I've been married for 14 years.
Yeah.
And it's the worst I've ever felt. Like she was crying like in pain. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a terrible husband. She's gonna divorce me.
Well, you should, you jerk.
She was making snowballs for my enemy.
Oh, I would have done the same
You know the
thing.
best part of
But-
this story is that you had, what'd you call them? Not snowboards, but you had skateboards from your midlife crisis to try to make snowboards. That's the best part of the story.
I actually have a snowboard from when I was a kid. And Hudson tried to do it some, but ended up just turning it into like a sled.
Yeah.
Because they kick it and stand up on it really good. So like they were just sled on it. But yeah, I thought maybe the skateboard would be better because it's smaller. It wasn't. But yeah, I don't like snow.
I don't either.
We don't. I think if I was
I love
prepared
it.
for it, but like we go out there and it's like you get soggy and wet in like 2 seconds because
Yeah.
I don't have a snowsuit. My kids don't
Yeah.
have snowsuits.
Yeah.
And so Hudson's wearing batting gloves. You know what I mean? Like we don't. So
Yeah.
Gloves are always a tough one for me.
Yeah, because if they're not waterproof, they're useless. For
Yeah,
a kid.
yeah.
Oh,
really,
so I
it's
didn't know
worse.
the trick. My
Yeah.
dad showed me. You got to put on those like black gloves like medical gloves. What do you call them?
Latex
Oh,
gloves.
latex.
Yeah, and then
They're
put
not
your glove
only
on
black.
top of
They've got all
those.
sorts of colors.
Yeah,
yeah.
life hack right
That's
there,
smart.
man.
They're still
Yeah.
cold though.
Man,
I
back
don't
in the
mind
day when we
cold
were in
as
high
wet.
school,
I do. I don't
a shout
mind.
out to all the hometown has-beens who know this. When it snowed back in the day, we go to the rec department on the back of that hill back there, dude. That was fun.
Yeah.
They still do that. There's a lot of people that go to the Rex.
Oh, so I got something funny happened recently. Inslee at night, if she wakes up in the middle of the night, like her go-to is like, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So, because she's like out of it, but maybe she is a little hungry. I don't know. So I go and get her like a Z-bar or something. And she's like, Daddy, phone. So then she watches YouTube Kids for, I say, 3 minutes. She watches it for 3 minutes and always gives it right back when it's done and goes to sleep. Well, she's like holding it. She's laying down and holding it over her face. So what do you think is going to happen? She drops it and it hits her in the face. So then it's a big thing.
Oh, gosh.
But the next day, Anna was talking about it. I was like, she said, do you remember when you used to do that a lot? Like when we first got married, we were watching stuff in bed and we didn't have a TV in our room. So I would hold the phone up
Yeah.
and I could fall asleep anywhere. Like right
Yeah,
now
me
while I'm
too.
talking, I could fall asleep. And I would drop it all the time. And I hit myself in the face so many times that for Christmas one year, my, I think it was Micah, as mentioned on the last podcast.
Yeah. Brother-in-law Micah.
Yeah, he got me one of these things that like it goes around your neck, and then it like has these little
Like a harmonica holder.
like a harmonica holder for
Yeah.
a phone.
Yeah.
So I would lay in bed, phone holder.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Do y'all have anything like that? That's like a like most people don't have it, but you love it. Like a little you know what I'm saying? Like a little like a tool.
Like a gadget.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gadget.
gadget.
There we
A
go.
gadget.
Like a little gadget. I don't.
I don't know. I think the selfie stick was kind of an idea that it kind of makes me mad.
Yeah.
Like, because you go to places like Disney, Ben, you see people are taking pictures with selfie sticks.
I don't think grown men can have a selfie.
Well, they do everywhere at Disney.
For real?
But what I like to do at Disney is see people who don't have a selfie stick and they're
try
holding
it.
it out, and I always go up and be like, you want me to take that
That's
picture?
like my hobby.
Dude, I do that at Disney.
I do that everywhere.
Y'all just randomly
Oh,
volunteer.
100%.
dude, that's like ask man. Like
Dude.
it's literally like I pride myself on how many people I can take their picture.
Same.
Why?
I'll like go like, I'll be like, hey, you want me to take it? And they'll be like, no, but like, I'll do it anyways.
Dude,
But I'll take it on my phone.
On Christmas-
I want them to have a good memory.
that was like my gift to people on Christmas. So Christmas Day at Disney, I was walking around and I saw families. Like, it's not hard to find them. It's real quick.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dude, they need a picture. So I leave my family on Christmas. I go grab the phone. I'm like, I'll take that picture for you. I said that before I grabbed the phone. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, thank you so much. And I take the picture, and they're expecting them to then be like, here's my phone. Will you take our picture? Yeah. But I'm always like, Merry Christmas. See ya. They're like, that's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah, it's always it makes you feel good because people are always
Get your
recording.
good
But
deed for the
I
day.
never
But
I don't want my picture
Yeah.
taken.
And I'm
always
like,
just
no,
nah, I'm
this
good.
is my gift to you.
I do it at sporting events and
To a
stuff.
stranger.
Have you ever been told no? I have.
No, I've never been told. that.
I don't even know where I was at.
I
but
would
it might
say
have been-
no.
It was a concert. It was younger people.
I don't think I'd
and
ever
they
say
and they
no.
wanted specifically to have like I think it was at a Braves game.
The
maybe.
arm in it
They
or
wanted
something.
to have like it be like a selfie. You know,
Yeah.
like they didn't want like a real picture. They wanted a selfie. And I was
No,
like,
Losers.
I've never been told no.
Did you? Well, I wouldn't be like, no. I'm like, no, we're good.
No, never.
Really?
Never.
That is so strange.
You know
I
what
think
I
I'm
like to do?
approachable.
I like to meet people who are not like they appear to be on social media.
What do you mean?
Like, all these people have these wonderful lives.
Oh,
And
it's
then
a
you really
highlight
get to
reel.
know them, and
Yeah.
you're like, it's not you.
you talking about famous people?
No,
Maybe
just
famous
like
I was about to say, how many
just
people
like
you
people
run into?
around.
Yeah.
So you just, all right.
I ran into a Disney influencer one time.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I approached her. It was weird. Yeah,
My parents do that.
she was
with,
nice. She was nice. Like, her name's Molly.
Is that why you don't meet your heroes like Disney?
No, she was not. Like it was like I wouldn't have like ran up to her if like I wasn't already like right there. But I was just, and I wasn't weird. I was just like, hey, because I had my kids with me, and I was like, hey, we like watching your videos. They're awesome.
Yeah.
Keep doing your thing.
Were you elated or gassy?
I don't know what he's quoting.
He's frozen. So
Okay. All right.
Elated or
it's-
gassy?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sing it, but it's from the first time in forever.
No, dude, we sing that all the time.
Forever. That one?
Yeah, that's the only part I know of it. There'll be something. There'll be something.
This is great.
There'll be music. There'll be fun for
There
the
you
first
go.
time in forever.
Hey, but Ben likes to talk about Disney. I could talk about Disney some if y'all want to.
Dude, I could have a
That's
Disney
all
podcast.
whatever.
I got a question before you get into Disney.
I've got something to
I got
injury
a couple.
report. Remind me.
I got
Injury
a
report.
couple things.
Okay,
I
let's
got
do
a
that.
couple topics. I think it'd be fun. One, what is something that you have that's like in your house that's broken, but you're okay with it? Like you just figure out
Everything.
How
I
to
got
live
so much
without
stuff on
it.
my house broken. I'm a redneck, dude.
What do you? Well, give
Like,
me
so
give me an
there's-
example.
Okay, so in my
'Cause
house
you
right
have
now,
something.
there's a in our bathroom we have two sinks, his and her sink,
Oh yeah.
and my side the stopper's broken and it leaks. So instead of fixing it,
You
like
just
a
don't
good
use
husband, I just use Renee, my
Dude,
wife's.
that's I'm serious. My toilet in our master bathroom, like I can pee in it,
Yeah.
but you can't do the number 2 thing in it or it'll clog up every time.
Yeah.
It's been on that for like 8 years.
Dude,
If I need to do the other thing, I just go to the half bath.
mine is a bathroom one too. So the fan in Graceland's bathroom is out, and I just
Leave it.
we just put in
So-
air freshener
Dude,
in there.
I've had,
I think the fan,
I haven't had,
I think the fan's for moisture.
I haven't had carport
I
lights.
thought it was wait.
in
I
about
thought
a year.
Yeah, light bulbs. So we had over a Christmas break. Finally, Savannah
you
was
just
like,
bought 2 black lights to do a glow in the dark thing. Why don't you pick up a normal one?
Well,
While you're
these
there,
are not.
the black-
They're really high. I don't like.
over Christmas, Savannah was finally like, we got to replace some light bulbs. Like I can't see. It's awful.
Yeah.
We replaced 9 light bulbs,
You had 9 lights
and
out.
we didn't even get all of them. Like in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Because like the bathroom, each vanity, like in the double, ours is a
Like
double,
3
and
and 3?
It's like 3 and 3. So we only put like 1 and 1. Like,
Yeah.
If it's good enough,
I know what I look like.
I also I changed the handle on the toilet, and somehow
that's a job.
upside down.
Did you leave it?
So like instead of pushing up,
You gotta, you gotta push it up.
or push instead of pushing down.
You gotta push it up.
Yeah.
So the Griffin kids look at everybody else's house. They're not
Yeah,
flushing
it's
the
not
toilet.
working.
Yeah. It's not working. Yeah, it's like all messed up. Yeah. Yeah.
I left some poop in there for you. I couldn't flush it.
I just imagine Rylan at like 12 years old at somebody's house being like, "Oh my god, what do I do?"
Well, we have we have a correct one too, but
I don't know, dude.
I love the button ones. I got one of those at my house
I
where you
hate
press
those.
that 1 or 2.
No, I hate
1 for
those.
1, 2 for 2. I love those.
They're dumb.
But if it breaks, I don't. What are you going? You could get a
this
new
is
toilet.
not anything to do with that other than the push button, but it reminded me of it because I watched it. I watched all the Meet the Parents this weekend.
Yeah.
And like, but in the second one when Jinx flushes that dog in the come out. Anyways, but it's the push button he got for the. But anyways, those are they don't make movies like that anymore.
They're so
Oh,
good.
man.
Like they don't make movies. Well, they really don't make comedies anymore.
Not really.
But like,
'Cause
so, but like
everybody's
that wasn't
offended
even like a
so
raunchy
easy.
comedy. That was just like a.
Well,
like
that's what-
It was a good movie that anybody like 5 to 100 would like.
that's what I was going.
Yeah.
Like they still make comedies, but all
They're
the
like,
filthy.
yeah.
Like
hey, I got a recommendation for you on Netflix with Jamie Foxx and what's
I know who you're talking
Cameron
about.
Diaz.
Yeah.
there you go. Thank you. I'm bad with people. Back in Action. That's what it's called.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
It
good,
is
huh?
good. Like there's a couple cuss words
Yeah.
here and there, but it's not like F this, F that.
And Jamie Foxx is
It is.
underrated.
He was so funny
He's
in this movie.
underrated,
dude.
man.
He's like just dry delivery on
Yeah.
stuff, which isn't his typical.
yeah,
Oh, dude,
His
it was
stand-up
hilarious.
comedy is terrible.
like language wise or
Just not funny.
just not funny.
I don't think I've heard him.
The
do
one he did
stand-up.
on
I think
Netflix,
so.
The Return, when he was like back,
yeah,
it's not funny.
that's
Well,
a talented guy though.
Back in Action is great.
Didn't he almost die?
What?
Yeah, he did.
No, he
started
played
talking-
Ray Charles in a movie. That's different.
No, he
almost
did.
died.
He was in the hospital for like 11 months or something.
For what?
crazy.
COVID?
They don't know. It's
COVID.
like about like his heart stopped multiple. Like they thought he was gonna die.
Dude,
He talks
did-
about it.
Yeah.
he played Ray Charles and then also was the featured artist on Ludacris's Georgia.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think that's
I
cool.
don't know that.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx.
Well,
I like
talking
Jamie
about
Foxx.
like Jamie Foxx, like bands, just go in that direction. What are names of things that like don't like names that people have chosen for like a podcast or a band that don't last or that don't age well?
We're not going to talk about those.
Well, I
are
was
we?
thinking like a New Song. If you know the Christian band New Song, it's made of a bunch of old guys. But when they were like 30, they called it New Song, and now it didn't age. There's another band I saw the other day called Young Rascals. That's just
Young Rascal.
So they're
sounds
setting themselves up for failure. Like they have what is it?
At some point, you got to transition
expiration date.
from young to
it goes with the same, like, parents give kids names that sound good as like babies and toddlers.
Dude, I've never
But
met
then
a
when they-
baby named Gertrude, and I just wonder how they get to be 80 years old.
Gertie.
Yeah, that's the opposite
Look,
of
like if you
aging
named your
well.
child Gertrude, totally fine. I don't have a problem with it. I've just never met
a young
a young
Gertrude.
person named Gertrude.
You got a lot of names though. You're like, oh, that's such a cute name. But then in like high school, you're like, who thought it was a good idea to name you that?
I was just told by a listener who doesn't want to be mentioned on this podcast. He said multiple times, but that the scooter is called a rascal.
Rascal.
We
Not
we
a fat boy.
we figured that out on the podcast.
Yeah, but I forgot again.
Oh yeah.
I forgot
what?
again.
We had an episode where
We talk a lot about the Rascals.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because
Dementia's
Ben's
hitting
grandma
hard.
ran him over with one.
With a
or he
rascal.
ran her
At
over.
Disney World, yeah.
At Disney World.
She ran my mom over.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But-
in Germany, in like the store that's full of like crystal.
Yeah.
But like instead of hitting all that, she hit my mom, which was better
That's
result.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
But like it's a problem because I forget that it's called a rascal, and for some reason, every time I see a rascal, I think it's called a fat boy.
Which-
I think of a cigar when you say fat boy.
So I'm
I think
like,
of a big cigar.
You know, me and Allison just in public, and I'm like, watch out for that fat boy.
in
the
public.
guy on the
Yeah.
scooter,
How many-
and you're like, watch out for
Yeah.
that fat boy.
There's a lot of,
And the guy hears that, and he's like, what?
just a lot of fat boys around, you know. Just
Golly,
in general.
man.
That's funny.
They should call it a fat boy, but with a PH.
Dude, talking about fat boy, Russell Crowe, how big is that guy got?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
I haven't seen him. in a
He's big
while.
By the
guy
way,
now.
Gladiator 2 is awesome, I think.
Yeah.
Did y'all see
I
Gladiator?
haven't seen it yet.
just
I
a
highly recommend
When
Gladiator
you go
2.
to watch a sequel, you cannot anticipate it to be as
No.
good as the original.
I tell you,
That's the
I
key.
did not. That is key because I did not go in expecting a lot.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Gladiator won, but
Yeah.
it's
Can't compare
actually
it,
pretty
right.
good.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad.
The storyline I thought was good.
Yeah.
I'd
I-
heard
I
bad
have
things
no-
about it.
I have no problems with Russell Crowe. He's not even in that.
He's
is
a
he?
good fat boy. Like I'll
Is
say
he
that.
in that movie?
No.
No, but
He's
just
dead.
like all in the new movies.
No, he's dead in the movie. The
Yeah,
movie
he dies.
storyline.
He dies in the first one.
Yeah.
That's like breaking news.
yeah, I was about to
Storyline.
say, like, what are we
You heard it
doing?
here first on Hometown Has-Beens.
Russell Crowe's still doing
But
well,
all the new
I think.
movies he plays
Apparently
in
he's
are
gained
really
some weight.
good.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
But man, he plays it well though, man.
Him and I always got him and
He's a great
the other guy mixed
Antagonist.
up. It looks just like him.
His stunt double?
Yeah, I think that's intentional. No, the other one he was in the movies. Okay, we're just going.
What
nowhere.
name a movie?
Bourne series, that guy? Matt Damon?
No, not Matt Damon.
Will Smith.
Oh, Iron Man? They kind of look
Robert
similar.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
No,
I forgot his name. They look similar.
no, he's in a movie.
Are y'all colorblind?
They look similar.
Robert Downey Jr. and
Yeah.
Russell Crowe.
Never thought that.
Gerard Butler.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can see that.
But then there's in
For
Pearl
sure.
Harbor, the guy in Pearl Harbor,
Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck.
other
Josh
one.
Hartnett.
Yeah, I always thought he was Matt Damon.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
They kind of
yeah,
look similar
yeah.
to me.
Hey, have y'all ever like overshot a like an agreement statement? Let me explain.
Like made a promise you couldn't keep? Is
No,
that
like-
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Like everybody's saying things like
And you're like, oh yeah,
yeah, and but then you overshoot it. Okay, so I'll give you a story. I was on a work trip with a coworker, and he probably won't remember this, but I do. And Taylor Swift, when she was Country Taylor, comes on the radio. And,
Y'all ever notice he says radio instead of radio?
radio?
He says radio.
Radio.
Sorry, that bothers me.
Down here in the South, boy,
All right.
that's what we say, radio.
T Swift comes on the radio,
Correct. That's what I have. I don't have a radio.
That's a great movie, by the way.
and I don't remember what song it was, but I remember being like, "God, this song sucks," you know. And the other guy, the two guys I was with, I was kind of young and they were older than me.
So you're with three guys listening to Taylor Swift.
Well, we were driving to a work trip, and it
And
came
on
on.
Listening
the
to
Yeah,
radio.
I'm sure we may have turned it, but anyway. So So
I
I
can get down with Taylor Swift. I
overshot
know
the
Ben
agreement.
loves
So
some Taylor
after I
Swift.
said that, I said this song sucks. They go, I don't know. I kind of like Taylor Swift. I think she's pretty good. I was like, oh no, I like Taylor Swift. I was like, Teardrops on My Guitar, greatest song ever. and then we're like, whoa,
Too far.
I don't think it's the greatest song ever, but have y'all ever like overshot your agreement?
Ryan just wants to fit in. It's
Yeah,
the same.
I was-
It's the same thing with I get down with Jelly. Like I know Jelly. Like I wasn't saying anything
hasn't
bad.
changed.
Dude, it was 100%.
I like guns and beer.
Like
and
they
God.
like
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. I'm the new guy around. I'm like, okay, I mean, I'll be honest. I do like some Taylor Swift songs, but then you just go a little too far, like a little too
Yeah,
far.
I got you.
I don't think I've done that.
I think I've done that a lot. I just
I
can't
think
think
Chris
of an
does it all the
actual-
time.
Get like a little carried away in your
Especially with people you
opinions.
don't want to talk to when they're talking to you. You just agree with anything.
Just
You're like,
agree with
yeah, man, that's
anything.
exactly right. I don't know what you said, but yeah.
Yeah. Just in public when you're trying to get away. Listen,
Oh, man.
to all you people who hem people up, and
Stop.
if their feet are pointed away from you, they don't want to talk anymore.
I've
Let
never
'em
once
go.
thought about the direction my feet. are
Yeah.
pointed.
Yeah, it's subconscious.
Is that
You
that's
know,
like a?
I
that's
say
like
that,
a,
but
Yeah.
I think, am I one of those people? I feel like I do that. Do I hem? I feel like I hem people.
mean, you
We
have it.
definitely point our feet in a different direction when you talk. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, hem
Can
me
we
up.
talk about
Have
our
you
rela-
noticed-
No, can we talk about our relationship in private?
Okay.
Y'all know who I'm talking about, though. Y'all know people like that.
She
Sure.
said y'all know who I'm talking about.
Oh no, I don't have any particular.
Yeah, you do.
Four
It's
people.
the same
in
person
mind.
we're talking about.
Any
I'm
four
thinking about. What are you talking about?
Oh, you got more?
No, just one more thing.
Go ahead.
Have you ever caught somebody doing something that you didn't care that you caught them, but then it was real awkward? Like you walk into, let's say, Golden Pantry, and the person working at the counter's on their cell phone. And then as soon as you walk in, they like hide it real quick. Like, like, okay, I don't care that you're on your cell phone. But then it's an awkward thing because then you're putting this weird like authority complex on them, or like it's and you're like, are you having a good day? They're like, oh yeah, great day, great, yeah, you good? I'm like, I don't care that you're on your phone. You can be on your phone right now. I don't care.
I call it out.
You know?
the awkwardness. I
Oh, you
call
just
it
say
out.
that?
I'm like, hey, you better get off that phone, and then I smile, and it goes away.
Okay.
Yeah, you call the awkwardness out.
Call it out.
I just don't talk. I just place my things on the counter,
That's probably what they prefer.
and then I just say, appreciate it.
So like once again, when I'm at
Oh,
the
they
urgent
prefer.
care the other day, I'm waiting forever for this discharge nurse to come ask me and my sick baby, if this baby's mine, so I can leave and go to a terrible pharmacy. I'm waiting on all that to take place, and I look outside because they're not coming in. So I open the door, and they're all watching the inauguration.
Oh yeah.
And soon as they're all looking. There's like 6 people looking at the TV. As soon as I open the door, they see me. They act like they're doing something else. And I'm like, I don't care if you watch it.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
I don't care.
You know.
Well, they
But
probably
can
have
I
like
leave?
a boss that's
I
gonna
just
like
want to
scream
leave.
at them.
Yeah. Usually,
just worried
I'm
about
trying
getting
to
in trouble.
think.
Dude, I used to.
I don't think I ever do that.
When I was in college, I worked at Ingles. It's well documented. And I would just go in I would go in the office, like at the manager's office when I had to close, and I would just like watch Netflix on my phone, and just sit there for 2 hours, because I'd be there for like 2 hours by myself, because I would stay like 8 o'clock, and I would just sit there and watch like I don't know, One Tree Hill or something, because
One Tree Hill's so good.
Dude, I was talking about One Tree Hill
One Tree Hill's
recently.
like
Never
you
seen
know,
it.
And you're the one who told me
it's
to
the
watch
kind of
it.
show that you can't really, as a grown man, be like,
Yeah.
you can't really brag
I
about liking
love
it.
One Tree Hill.
It's like 10 seasons.
It is. You could watch it with your wife and like kind of get away with it, but if you're just like,
Well, Ben told me as a single grown dude that I should watch.
I wasn't a single grown dude.
No, I was.
yeah.
And he was like, you should watch One Tree Hill. Because he knew Friday Night Lights. I loved it.
Yeah.
He's like, One Tree Hill.
Oh,
So I
Friday
watched
Night
it.
Lights is a female show. I don't care what y'all say.
Okay, well, you're wrong.
Friday
They're doing a
Night Lights is
reboot.
good too.
They're doing a reboot.
Y'all watch?
It's not.
That
Is
did
it
not land
is
well.
it feminine to sit in your bathtub with a bath bomb watching One Tree Hill?
While texting your buddies.
Yeah, y'all would be surprised at how many times y'all like text a group text message, and I'm just like in the bath.
What were we texting about the other day? And Ben was like, "I'm in the bath."
I don't know.
Dude,
But yeah, it
I
happened.
swear, I'm in the I take more baths than showers. I'm dead serious.
I think you take more baths
I-
than I probably take showers.
I probably. Yeah. You remember in high school when you would just jump in the pool to clean yourself?
Yeah, dude, it was the best thing.
He wouldn't take showers. He would just like jump in the pool to like get the stink
They'd
off.
be like,
and
that's
it's-
good.
Yeah.
Sometimes I keep a bar of soap on the pool and just like jump in, grab bar of soap.
What is that?
But
He
but
went
yeah,
to the
I
urgent
would
care a
say
lot.
I legitimately probably shower like 3 days a week, and I probably like bathe the rest of them.
That'd be 4.
What?
Quick math.
Yeah.
Yes. That is if you bathe every day.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I mean, I do.
I do, but like it's like a competition in my house, like because Savannah wants to take a bath too, and I do, and the kids do, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we're just trying to like bath time at my house. It's like a freaking like it looks like Henry Ford moved in and built an assembly line. We just roll
Do
those
they-
jokers through.
you like put them in the same water.
No, we don't do that.
Like don't get
That's
them
where
in.
that
do
saying
that.
"Don't throw the baby with the bathwater"
That
came
is
from.
that is really
They don't want to kill the baby.
I would. I
Daddy
legit,
got to go
I don't,
first.
I don't care if my kids taking baths in dirty water. I'm not going to take a bath in their water.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think
I would,
kids
but we
need to be
don't.
bathed as often as they are.
No,
No.
not
Probably not.
babies. No.
Inslee,
Probably not.
Inslee, we don't do every day. Like sometimes if she's not outside, it's okay.
Yeah.
I just like how they're surprised every time.
It's time to take a bath. First
it-
time this week.
Oh,
Yeah.
what kind of
what?
reactions do you get? Like anger? Like,
Oh, I get. But I thought I was gonna get to stay up and blah blah blah. I'm like, you've been doing that for 45 minutes. Like, it's time to take a bath. Like, this is not a surprise.
yeah.
It happens every
set-
freaking day.
like we have set timers, like you were saying about watching the phone.
Yeah.
Like we'll set like Alexa set like a 5-minute timer for this, and like give them like hey, we're setting a timer when this goes off.
It's
Like
bath
you
time.
know it's time when like you can be like hey in 5 minutes, and then if when 5 minutes comes you can be like hey it's bath time, and they're like what? But if you're like when Alexa tells you to do it, that's when you have to do it.
Oh, I thought you meant like because my kids they get so mad when it's time to take a bath, but then they get mad when it's time to get out.
Oh, yeah,
it
that's the thing.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it makes no sense. I'm like, choose a lane.
Yeah. Either be mad about the bath or
Yeah.
be mad,
That
be
you gotta
happy
get
about
out.
the bath. Yeah.
If you ever want them to like not stay in there forever, just wash their hair immediately.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
like when I like if I just don't want to like wait for and my kids are old enough now that I kind of just like let them play in there and let's
Yeah.
be honest, Savannah gives like 99 of 100 baths, but let's say that it's the one
Could've
that I
said
actually give.
99%, but-
You know, I if I don't want to just wait forever, like as soon as they go in there, I'll just wash their hair, and then they get like all pissed off and cold, and it's just like
I don't mind. Like Rylan takes showers. I tell him I'm like, go in there and take a shower, and then
Yeah.
he does his own thing. But like the little ones, I don't mind sitting in there for a minute, letting them splash around or whatever, because that's like a low key time for me. A little bit,
Yeah.
know?
Chill. Just make sure they don't drown.
Yeah, that's all
you
you
just like
gotta
sit
do.
on the toilet with the top on it.
No, I
You
got
just-
I got a little VTech stool that goes to like this whole other toy thing that I got, and I sit down in there on that little stool. And
It's
we
probably
just,
not meant to hold you.
it's not. It's broke before, and I just keep going with it. So
Why don't you just sit on the toilet?
it's just far away.
I just sit on the floor.
I mean, I know for
Also,
the baby, but
toilets when you're not pooping are not comfortable.
No, that top
Yeah,
is
that's
not.
Yeah, that's
I sit
not a
on it.
regular chair.
My top's kind of flimsy, so it's not that comfortable.
Oh yeah, you got the one where you sit on it and it like goes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of tough to use. For
Yeah.
that.
Did y'all ever like my grandma had these when I was a kid, like the wood?
Oh man,
You remember
God.
those?
My
Those
grandma
are
had
cold,
one, too.
man.
Dude, those
No,
are
dude.
awesome though.
No. My grandmother, hers got a little split in it. So when you sit down,
Yeah.
it pinch the crap
Yeah.
out of you, dude.
Oh, yeah.
I
That
mean,
seems-
literally.
I'm gonna be honest.
The pad
So
split.
like when I twice in one episode, yeah. If anybody's playing the bingo, you're just or if anybody's playing, somebody can make a drinking game out of this. To be honest, like every time I say Ingles, but when I worked at Ingles, they wouldn't even let us use knives that had wooden like grips
Because of bacteria.
because bacteria could get in like little crevices and
Well,
like
that
you couldn't have. So like I'm
alarming.
surprised. Like that seems like really unsanitary to like have toilet seats that are made out of wood because that just to me like the bacteria would just get down in like all the.
That's
I never
before we
thought
knew
about
about
that.
stuff.
Yeah,
That's before
especially
we knew.
like cutting boards.
yeah.
Wooden
Well, that's
cutting
why. Yeah,
boards.
that's why wooden
Yeah.
cut boards are kind of a thing of the
I
past,
think-
other than for things that are like not like you don't cut meat on them.
Right.
we have
You do
glass.
I don't
carrots.
know if this is relevant, but it made me think of something that happened to me yesterday. I took off a shirt. You know, it's static. You take off a shirt, you can feel you're about to get shocked.
Yeah.
It shocked my nipple. Have y'all ever? I'd never been shocked in my nipple. It was a
No,
weird. It
sorry.
hurt.
Never felt so alive.
I saw. All right, everybody. That's all we got today. Thanks for listening. Be sure to check out our now discounted merch. Follow us on social media. Check out the YouTube if you want to see a video from episode 32. Leave some 5-star ratings and reviews. Share the pod. Like the pod. All that good stuff. And remember,
It's better to be a has-been than it never was.
Chris thinks his intestines are 8 miles long. See you next week. The Griffins ruin everything. Yes, nice stuff.
It's all fun and games till you invite a griffin.
Yeah. And then it's just miserable.
And then there was a griffin.
It's the worst.
That's terrible. Don't put that
I
anywhere.
will not put that in. All right, you're good.
But then I decided to make it a double entendre.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Good ones.
Let's play on word. Hit the button.
I have heard that. Oh, also, I talked to Seth McIntyre today. He said the last couple episodes have been bangers, whatever that is.
Bangers.
I think that's good.
Don't you have like 8 miles of intestines? It takes a while to travel through.
8 miles?
How many
Yeah.
miles of intestines do you have? I was exaggerating.
is a bit
Don't you
more.
have a mile or two?
No way.
Hey Siri,
No way.
how long are the average person's intestines?
15 feet.
I thought it was longer. This Wikipedia says 6 feet. I thought it was.
That's pretty. That's a long. That's long.
What am I thinking? It's not mile. I thought it was long.